Hi, my name is Leia. For those who are new here, welcome to my channel. Today, we will discuss about earthquakes in the Philippines and maybe time to think if this is something that could affect your decision for a visit or a long-term settlement in the Philippine Islands. And for those who have contributed to the Be Kind and Do Epic Shit mission that we did for the earthquake victims of northern Cebu, oh my god, you should check out at the end of the video. I have shared the footage of the mission, and I am super grateful because together we were able to make a difference to a lot of families there, and I'm super grateful for all of you who have contributed to make it possible. Thank you. The Philippines is located along the Pacific Ring of Fire. What is the Pacific Ring of Fire? It is a zone that is characterized by high seismic and volcanic activity. It lies on the eastern edge of the Eurasian plate and the western edge of the Philippine Sea plate. Philippines is directly within the ring, making it highly susceptible to earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. I have been to Samaran Leyte, and mind you guys, constant tremors are part of their daily lives there. When I was there, when was it? I am currently 44 years old. I was 23 years old, so 21 years ago. Gosh, that makes me feel so old. So 21 years ago, I visited Samaran Leyte, and oh my gosh, there were tremors every 3 hours, and people were like, they're not even scared or not even disturbed by it anymore. They have accepted it. It was my first time to be there and I got really scared. But my gosh, it is a very beautiful island. I don't know if that's still the issue now, but that is like one of the places in the Philippines where it's sitting right on top of a fault or tectonic plates. Recently, the Philippines is getting hit by earthquakes frequently. Last September 30, though, northern Cebu got hit 6.9 intensity. That was strong. It was felt all the way to Negros Islands, both oriental and occidental areas. Then 4.9 happened in Baguio, and then 7.6 in the south area in Manay, Davao, in the Mindanao area. So everyone is talking about the big one. This is referring to the West Valley Fault. A major movement of the West Valley Fault is inevitable either in the short or long term. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. But there is no reason to panic because we only need to be prepared and to plan ahead. We have this institution called PhilVox, which stands for Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology. So that is the national institution in the Philippines dedicated to providing information on volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and tsunamis. So the director of PhilVox, Director Teresito Bacolcol, said that the so-called big one, a projected magnitude 7.2 earthquake that could affect Metro Manila and nearby provinces, is part of the West Valley Fault's natural long-term cycle. He said the Philippines is considered ripe for a major earthquake because the West Valley Fault is within its expected timeline for its next movement. He explained that the fault last moved in the year 1658 and typically generates large earthquakes every 400 to 600 years. If you're going to consider the lower boundary, which is 400 years, so 1658 plus 400, that would be 2058. He said it means that as we get closer to 2058, the probability of this thing recurring is increasing. Ugh. I'll be 77 years old by then. He stressed that 2058 is not a prediction, though, but simply a reference point. It doesn't mean that by 2058 it will happen. It could be earlier, it could be later, it could even be on the upper boundary, which is 600 years. I hope so. He added that determining an exact date is impossible. The best that science can do for now is identify an interval during which another large movement becomes more likely. So yeah, is that gonna affect your long-term decision to retire in the Philippines? Are there islands in the Philippines that are less or has no earthquakes? Yes, there is. Palawan. Three things for Palawan. One, it's geologically stable. Palawan lies on the stable Sunda Plate, while the rest of the Philippines is on the highly dynamic Philippine Mobile Belt. The ground is also composed of older, more stable continental rocks rather than volcanic or fault fractured terrain. Number two, there are no major active fault lines there. Unlike other regions like Luzon and Mindanao, Palawan has no known major active fault systems running through it, meaning fewer ground ruptures and less seismic activity. And number three, no direct tectonic stress. The island is far from major earthquake generating faults like the Philippine Fault Zone and the West Valley Fault, as well as subduction zones like the Manila Trench, so it's shielded from their direct activity. But it's still not entirely risk free. While Palawan is safe from direct fault line activity, it can still be affected by distant earthquakes, especially those from undersea sources in the South China Sea, which could trigger a tsunami. So, what's the current state of people in Cebu where the 6.9 earthquake hit? The south part of Cebu, Mualbual, Oslob, and the central part, they are okay right now. They're back to normal life, everything is okay, no big damages reported, and the people are living normally now. In the northern part, however, where the epicenter was, it is highly affected. There are still aftershocks almost every day. Today, there's like a 4.0 magnitude just a few hours ago that hits there in the northern Cebu. There is now a counted 12,000 plus aftershocks, but only 46 were felt though. 94K houses were damaged, 5K plus houses were totally destroyed. As of today, relief operations are still ongoing. People are still rebuilding their houses. Well, there were a lot of people that are actually just living outside the house in a tent because they're scared that if they go inside their house, it during the aftershocks it might collapse. Also, there are a lot of sinkholes appearing and the bridges are collapsing. Does this information make you think of visiting or retiring in the Philippines? I'd say do your thorough research on the place that you wanted to visit or retire, including earthquake history. You can ask some expats who are living in the area and maybe make your decision based on that. May I please ask those expats who are watching this video to comment your experience if you have experienced any earthquakes and where was it in the Philippines? And how were you during that time? And why are you still here living in the Philippines despite that? It will be amazing to share your experience in the comments box below for others to see. Maybe do your research not just for Philippines, guys, even Thailand. Do your earthquake research for Thailand or Indonesia if you're thinking to retire there. There's also a part that is earthquake prone there. So do your research. Super duper duper thank you to my YouTube members and some non-members. Thank you guys for your contribution for the relief goods. I know you don't like to be mentioned, but I would like to at least mention your first names at the end of this video. My family went there 3 times. Yes, we did 3 rounds, guys. Thanks to you. They stayed there overnight and they said it was horrible because they still feel the aftershocks every few hours. Thank you because of your contribution. You helped a lot of affected families. And we specifically went to far-flung places where it's hard to reach places in Medellin and Daan Bantayan. So thank you so much. A lot of times I wanted to quit YouTube, to be honest. But for times like this, it made me think the power of togetherness to be able to help a lot of people. And you are like strangers, but you're helping other strangers in other parts of the world. This is something that is like, I'm super grateful. No words can express how grateful I am right now for all of you who are sending help to people you don't know in the other parts of the world.
Salamat ispat guys. Depends.
Big thanks to these wonderful, awesome angels. We were able to help a lot of families and super duper grateful for you. Thank you, Bob, Ken, Ian, Chris, Kevin, Nate, Shay, Scott, Didier, Michael, Rochelle, Ronald, Lenny, Zoe, Lincoln, and Jamila. Thank you to all of you. I wish you an amazing day or night wherever you are in the planet. See ya in the next video.